If you like to make your NFL games a little bit more interesting, you've come to the right place. It's the Even Money Podcast with Ross Tucker and Steve Fezzik.
Yeah, Vegas, baby, Vegas. It is the Even Money Podcast, the number one NFL betting podcast in the galaxy. You've come to the right place. The show that's so nice, we do it twice now every week. On Tuesday mornings at 8:25 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm telling you that so that you turn your notifications on and subscribe, whether it's on your podcast audio app or youtube.com/Ross Tucker NFL. We recap quickly all of our bets from the week before so you guys can see exactly how we got graded and our success or failure, as the case may be. And then we go over our bets against the spread, totals, and teasers for this week in the NFL. Week 12 in the NFL, if you can believe that. Then Thursdays, we talk about the line moves, and we go have Dr. David Chow for the injury information before we get to Steve's props and parlays. The Steve I refer to is the great Steve Fezzik, the only two-time winner of the Super Contest. Check him out at Fezzik Sports, only at Fezzik Sports. I'm at Ross Tucker NFL on social. Former player, now I'm a broadcaster, getting a chance to call games, college and NFL, both television and radio, primarily for CBS. You can follow us at Ross Tucker Pod. And again, I know we have a lot of people that watch youtube.com/Ross Tucker NFL every week, which is great because we had another winning week. Steve, you were up 3 units. I was up 2.5 units. For the year, I'm up 18.7 units. You are up 15.9 units. So we are having a very solid year. We're on a good run here, need to keep it going. We got off to a terrific start in the Thursday night game. Patriots-Jets. We took the Patriots -6.5 in the first half. Steve, by Thursday, when we record our second episode, it had gone up to -7.5. Guess where it landed? On 7. We won. People that waited till later on the week lost. I got 4 text messages from buddies saying -6.5 first half. -6.5 first half. They loved that bet, Steve. And that was the right bet to make.
And you know what? I catch a lot of flack in social media sometimes because oftentimes I aggregate information with other people, and it kind of like the silly part is I do plenty of origination. This entire show is origination. We do the show Tuesday morning at the crack of dawn. No one else has commented on these games yet, and I made my numbers, and that's an example where we got in front of it and we benefited, and that happened again on Thursday. We'll talk about that on our Thursday show as well.
Commanders, Dolphins. I leaned Dolphins laying the 2.5. You took them, Steve, for 2 units. Man, it came through for you in overtime as they won 16-13. That one could have gone either way. Very curious, Steve. I like to ask you, because of your brain, I like to ask you, very curious about the decision by Mike McDaniel to go for it at the 1-yard line late in that game when it was, whatever it was, 4th and goal with like a minute 20 left.
Yeah, spot on. Slam dunk correct decision. I hate to say this because both coaches made horrific decisions all game long, including Miami running out of bounds right before that. But this was the one decision that's correct. To summarize, and easy math, not complicated math, if you fail, you're sticking Washington on their own 1-yard line, approximately. The EPA for that is like -1.5 points. Miami's winning. They're better off there. If you score and you kick off, Washington gets the ball in their 30, the EPA is like plus 1.5 points. So you're basically, you kick a field goal, you get 3, but you give Washington 3 points in field position. You're kind of indifferent between taking a knee, Ross, and kicking a field goal. And guess what? You can indeed, and you should, score more than half the time and get a 7. It's not even close. It's clearly the right call.
Wow. because that is not what other people have been saying or feeling like, Steve.
They're wrong. And the best evidence I can give is 10 years from now, everyone will do what I described.
Wow. That is fascinating. Hey, that's why I like to ask you these questions. All right. What about Bengals Steelers? We did not have anything on that game. Bucks Bills, I leaned under on that one because it was high, 49.5. You put 2 units on the under. The Bills offense had been struggling. So had the Bucks. 44-32. I don't think anybody was expecting that. Then you get to Texans Titans. I leaned to the Titans getting the 7.5. Should have taken them. You put 2 units on the Titans, Steve. They came through for you. They only lost 16-13.
Yeah, the market embraced that play big time. That closed at 5.5, so we were on the right side of that line move.
Bears, Vikings, we had nothing. Chargers, Jags. I leaned Jags getting the 3 points. They murdered the Chargers in this game. You leaned under, and it did stay under the 43.5 because the Chargers didn't score all game. Panthers and the Falcons. I put 2 units on the Panthers, Steve, getting 3.5. They ended up winning the game. You and I both put 2 units on the under 42.5. I knew we were cooked when Carolina went for it and got stuffed, and Atlanta got the ball and was going to kick a field goal.
Yeah, we could have gone either way. Coin flip game.
Packers, Giants. We both took the under 44.5 in that one. Somehow, final score was 27-20. I don't know if we knew Jameis was going to start when we did that or not, Steve.
Yeah, for me, it was all about the weather. Another coin flip that went the wrong way.
Seahawks, Rams. We took Seattle as a teaser leg up to 8.5. That was one of 4 teaser legs that came through for me and 3 teaser legs that came through for you, Steve. We both got bit by the Cardinals getting blown out by the Niners, which is the next game. 41-22, Niners blow out the Cardinals. We had took the Cardinals up to 8.5. That was one of 5 teaser legs for me, the only one that failed. One of 3 teaser legs for you that failed. Steve, it's kind of crazy. I had 5 teaser legs, 4 of them hit, and I only won 1 unit on teasers.
Yeah, that's the hard part, and we had a viewer question on this great question. Why would we play teasers like 4 teams and 5 teams and wheel them when even when you go 4-1, you barely make anything? Well, but if you go 5-0, you make a ton of money. And so each individual teaser is plus EV, but the math is there's 10 permutations when you wheel 5 teamers. And if you miss one, you only go 6-4. And on the 4, remember, you're laying minus 125 is what we're grading ourselves at. And that's why we're scaling back a lot of our teasers this year because the teasers are more expensive.
Still nice to both be double digits in the black with grading ourselves minus 125 on these teasers. We had Ravens Browns under 41.5. These defensive touchdowns almost hit the over on that, but it didn't. That was 2 units for both of us. Broncos Chiefs. I put 1 unit on the Broncos because I love getting 3.5. They won the game outright. You leaned under, Steve. That came through as well. Lions Eagles. The Eagles were laying 1.5 when we recorded this show. You laid it with the Eagles, Steve. 3 units. You put 3 units on the Eagles, 2 units on the under. You were super confident about this game, and you nailed it. 5 units you won on that game, Steve.
Yeah, basically was betting on Detroit to struggle in the elements against the Eagle defense, so we nailed it. Hey, sometimes you get games right.
It was windy, by the way. Very windy there, which had an impact on it. And then Cowboys, Raiders. I like getting 3.5, so I put 1 unit on the Raiders last night. I'm putting them in the penalty box. They are banned. For the week, you were up 3 units. I was up 2.5. For the year, I am up 18.7. You're up 15.9. How about our best bets? For the week on the best bets, we were 7-3. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, yeah, for the week on the best bets, we had 3 wins and 4 losses, actually. 3 wins and 4 losses. So for the season, we are 62-34, a 65% strike rate. As a reminder, you can always see all of our bets in black and white, patreon.com/rtmedia. I'm always surprised that more of you don't do it because the spreadsheet is beautiful and you don't have to write down anything while you listen or watch the show. Steve, we move on into week 12 in the NFL. More great stuff right after this. Black Friday savings from my friends over at West Shore Home are here. You guys know I'm a huge fan. I've already had, I lost track how many projects I've done. 3 showers, at least 3 doors, windows are coming, flooring is coming. Huge fan of their employee installers. You know how you have people come to your house and you're like, that is not the case with westshorehome.com/Ross, where, by the way, you get an extra $500 off your project when you schedule your free consultation. Give yourself a gift this holiday season. Get a free consultation so you can lock in your exclusive savings. Plus, they have free installation on all projects, which is awesome. westshorehome.com/Ross. See my before and after pictures and website for details. So I've been telling you guys about Monarch for months now, and I've been using Monarch for months now. You know why? Because I don't want to leave money on the table. What you realize when you use Monarch is that you're wasting money. I guarantee everybody listening right now, or those of you watching us on YouTube, I guarantee you are spending some money that you're not aware of, and that money could be going to your bankroll. It could just be money saved. Do not let financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use code EVEN at monarch.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com using code EVEN. Steve talks all the time about using the discount codes. Monarch.com, code EVEN. Starts on Thursday night. The Bills are in Houston. The Bills are laying 5.5. The total, Steve, is 43.5.
So if I get C.J. Stroud at quarterback, I would certainly look toward Houston because with him in, my ratings would have Houston having value, but I got to wait to see that that's confirmed. So I'm on the sidelines till I hear.
I do not think C.J. Stroud will be able to play in this game. I think it will be Davis Mills. Short week, still in the protocol. You have to have a full practice before you're even allowed to play. We'll talk to Dr. Chow about that Thursday morning, but I have my doubts. I could really only lean to Buffalo, laying the 5.5. What about Sunday's games? We'll start with the Patriots. They are in Cincinnati. They're laying 8.5. Total's 49.5.
So I'll lean to the over. I know Bengals went under last week, but that's an aberration. I'll tease New England. They should be able to win the game. I'm very impressed with what the Patriots are doing, and Bengals can't stop anyone. So first leg of the teasers, New England.
So I absolutely am teasing the Patriots down to -2.5, especially with Jamar Chase suspended for the game. Supposedly, he's appealing it. So theoretically, it could get overturned. I highly doubt it. I don't think they'll have Chase. That is a big negative for that Bengals offense. Patriots -2.5. I'm not sure yet whether that teaser leg is going to be 1 unit or 2 units. I will let you know a little bit later on in the show. What about the Jets? They're getting 13.5 in Baltimore. Totals 44.5. Supposedly, Tyrod Taylor reportedly is going to get the start for the Jets.
And it doesn't matter. Jets aren't going to score many points. Baltimore's offense and Lamar are disappointing. My numbers actually said Ravens. I made it higher, but I'm not going to lay that many. I will play under 44.5, 2 units.
Under 44.5, 2 units for Steve. I think I agree with you on that one. BALNYJ under 44.5, 2 units. I'm also going to put 1 unit on the Jets with Tyrod Taylor to keep it close. I like Tyrod. I think he's a competent quarterback. Jets plus 13.5, 1 unit. What about the Giants? They're getting 10.5 points in Detroit against the Lions. Totals 49.5.
Yeah, so we've seen this story before. Hey, Lions 0 for 5 on 4th down in the wind. Threw Goff off completely. Off of a loss, Dan Campbell takes no prisoners. Lean Lions. I will go ahead and play the over for 2 units. And strong lean to the Detroit to over parlay against a terrible Giants defense. But one official play, the over 2 units.
I will just lean Lions here. I don't like laying 10.5. I'm going to stay away from the total. I don't know how many points the Giants are going to score in this game. What about the Seahawks and the Titans? 3 straight double-digit spread games. The Seahawks are laying 13.5 in Nashville against the Titans. Total is 40.5, Steve.
So asymmetric risk, I just refuse to take plus 13.5 when there's a chance I can get plus 14. So just a lean right now and when I say asymmetric, if it goes down to 13, who cares? It's basically the same thing. So I'll lean to the underdog. I will lean under 40.5 also.
I will lean, wow, that's a low total. You're still going to lean under, huh? I will lean to Tennessee getting the 13.5 right now. That's interesting about the asymmetric risk. We got several games where the spread is 3, which I despise, Steve. 2.5 I love because it's a great teaser leg. 3.5 I love. 3 I don't love as much. The Colts are getting 3 points against the 5-5 Chiefs. Total is a high 50.5.
Yeah, right on. I love 2.5 the most because I can either lay the 2.5 or take the teaser upwards. So depending on which way I have an opinion, I look towards Indianapolis, but I would need the 3 and the hook. So no play at 3. If it goes up to 3.5, I would be on Indy.
Totally agree. Maybe it'll go there by Thursday's show. I will just lean Indy for right now, getting the 3. Speaking of the 3, the Steelers are getting the 3 in Chicago against the Cardiac Caleb and the Bears. Totals 45.5. We do not know Aaron Rodgers' official status as of this morning. However, he does reportedly have some type of fracture on his wrist, non-throwing wrist.
So I'll lean over. I want Rudolph for my over. I don't want Rodgers, though. If I get Rudolph, I will play over more than likely. Right now, though, just a lean over.
I will lean to Pittsburgh getting +3. We'll see if that line moves either way by Thursday's show as well. What about the Vikings? They're getting 6.5 in Green Bay, Steve. The total is 41.5.
What's this? How can this total be 41.5? Green Bay plays really slow. Josh Jacobs is injured. The receivers are injured. Love got banged up, and J.J. McCarthy can't play. A lick. Under 41.5, 3 stars.
Wow. I'm not going 3 units with it, but I will put 2 units on it. Green Bay still on a bad way with their injuries, and Minnesota, they might have an issue there. Minnesota, Green Bay, under 41.5. I'll go 2 units. That is our third best bet so far for those of you keeping track. Ravens, Jets under, Packers, Vikings under, and the Patriots teaser leg. Next up, Steve, the Jaguars are laying 2.5 in Arizona. The total is 47.5.
Just cannot play the teaser here. Arizona's defense just too injured, got torched by the Niners. I tell you what, I love what Brissett's doing on offense, though, with the emergence of his wide receiver, Trey McBride. I'm going over for 2 units.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so the total is 47.5. Steve is going over the 47.5 for 2 units. I'm taking the Cardinals as a teaser leg up to 8.5. The Jaguars just dominated the Chargers. I don't think they're really that good. The Cardinals just got embarrassed at home. I've seen this before. And what happens is the Cardinals are going to bounce back and the Jaguars are not going to be that dominant. Give me Arizona up to 8.5 as a teaser leg. If they cost me again this week, I'll put them in the banned list. But for right now, I'm going to take them. Arizona plus 8.5, and Steve has the over 47.5. What about the Browns and the Raiders? This is the game I'm calling for CBS, Steve. Looks like there's a decent chance that Shedeur Sanders will start at quarterback for the Browns. How about this? The Browns are getting 3 points. The total, Steve, is 36.5.
Yeah, and I show a tick to 37.5 on that. 37's a key number. So if I got 37 or higher, I would go under. I have to pass 36.5. Cleveland games, by the way, Ross, for whatever reason, much higher scoring on the road than at home. So I have to be a little bit cautious and get the best of the number, just to lean under.
Steve's going to lean under there. Again, a lot of unknowns with Shedeur Sanders as the quarterback. A lot of unknowns. I have to stay away from that game. What about the Eagles and the Cowboys, Steve? The Eagles are laying 3.5 on the road. Total's 49.5.
So Cowboys certainly played a very good game in Las Vegas. Will they have the Vegas flu after a Monday night game? Who knows? A lot of Cowboy fans were in my town all over the place at Caesars Palace last night. I'm going to go under. I think the Cowboys defense is getting healthier. The Eagles offense is completely broken. Remember, these two teams 24-20 at halftime, week 1. Well, guess what? That was a different Eagles team back then than what they are right now. Not even able to get first downs on tush pushes. Under 49.5, 2 units.
Totally agree with the under 49.5, 2 units. This Eagles defense is ferocious. And the Cowboys adding a bunch of guys, Quinnen Williams, Logan Wilson, they got healthier on the back end. Cowboys defense looked much better. Another best bet on an under, 2 units, Eagles, Cowboys. I'll also put a unit on the Cowboys getting the 3.5. They look pretty darn good. Eagles offense is struggling. So just 1 unit for the Cowboys getting the 3.5. What about the Falcons and the Saints? The Falcons are getting 1.5. Looks like it's Kirk Cousins time for the Falcons. The total's 39.5.
Too much volatility for me to tease this game. I don't know what to make of Atlanta and their mindset. Dead coach walking. Saints are playing much better with Shuck. Flip the favorite. Saints open +2, and now they're favored. It might just keep going higher, Ross. I'm going to lean Saints, no play.
I am going to take the Falcons as a teaser leg up to 7.5. Cousins gets all the reps this week. I don't know. I mean, Saints coming off a bye. I know Shuck looked pretty good, but that's still a lot of points for a Saints team to cover. 7.5. Give me the Falcons as a teaser leg up to 7.5. Sunday Night Football, Steve. It's the Bucks getting 6.5 in LA against the Rams. Total's 49.5.
I make the game 7, so I'm going to deviate from normal basic strategy of teasers. I'm going to tease the Rams. They're going to win the game. I'm going to add the Rams from minus 6.5 down to minus 0.5, and I'm going to lean to the over.
I got nothing on that game. I would just lean Rams laying the 6.5. What about Panthers-Niners on Monday night, Steve? The Niners are laying 7. Total's 48.5.
Sure, and the Niners are getting healthier. They're going to win this game. Carolina's no good. I don't care what their record is at 6-5. So San Fran in teasers, add them to the teaser legs. All my teasers. There's only 3 of them this week. 3 teams, so 2 units each.
Okay. I'm going to take the Niners as a teaser leg as well. So we're sharing a brain on 2 of them. Niners -1 as a teaser leg. So I have 4 teaser legs. New England, Arizona, Atlanta, San Francisco. Steve, you think I should do 2 units or 1?
You should do 2 because you don't have that many teams. It's fine.
Okay.
Or you could do 1. It's either way.
All right. I'm just going to go 1 unit on these teaser legs. I'm a little bit nervous about both Arizona and Atlanta. So 1 unit on my 4 teaser legs. Steve is going 2 units on his 3 teaser legs. We do have, we don't have much time for an email.
Ross, I wanted to address one more thing going back to the start of the show. Washington, Miami. Here's why Miami's correct to go for it. If you bet Washington on the money line, all right, and you hit that situation a minute to play, you're like, please, God, kick the field goal. I can still win then. I'll get the ball down 3. I'm in good shape. If Miami goes for it, you're dreading that decision, right?
Yeah, unless you stop them like they did.
You're still not feeling very good. You're stuck on your own 1.
It's a fair point. Excellent work as always. Check him out at Fezzik Sports on social. I'm at Ross Tucker NFL. Remember, you can see all of these bets and the beautiful spreadsheet from Grades, patreon.com/RT Media. Become a Tuckheads member. You can also, by the way, see all the college football bets as well, which I forgot. Patreon.com/RT Media. Good luck, everybody. Hope you guys win some money.
Thanks for tuning in to Even Money. Make sure to also check out the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, Fantasy Feast, and College Draft, all on the DraftKings Network, YouTube, or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform.